Welcome to the Transformation Institute's podcast for change. Here is our host, Omari JAHI Aton.
Hey, the world is changing fast, y'all. We have machines now that can write songs, pass exams, and even run businesses. But it's one thing in an algorithm that can never replace the human spirit. Welcome to the Transformation Institute podcast for change. I'm your host, Omari JAHI, and tonight we'll be dealing with the biggest elephant in the room. That's artificial intelligence. Is it a tool for our liberation or a trap for our creativity? We're breaking down the pros and the cons and how you remain in charge in a digital world that most of us think we can't control. So let me introduce my co-host. We have my man V and Miss Kim. They're here with me tonight. Some of the other guys are probably going to pop in a few. But how are you guys doing? Welcome to the podcast.
Yes, Dan. Thank you for having me.
Oh, most definitely.
Stay warm.
Oh yeah, I hear it's about to be out there. You know what? Before we get into the show, I want to address a challenge, and I think that we're having, with our text messages.
Yes. Oh my God.
Oh my God. I don't know if it's just, I don't know what this is, but I just wanted to put it out there just in case other people are having the same challenges that we're having. And I think it's in group text messages. Mm-hmm. I don't think we're having a problem with individual text.
And it's large group text messages. I want to say maybe 5 or more. Mm-hmm. There's an issue.
Right.
And I don't know if
a couple of groups.
Yeah. I don't know if it has anything to do with this hacking thing. They coming after the orange man and everything. So I don't know if there's some hack that's been done on America. I don't watch the news, so I don't know what's going on. But it just started happening maybe 3 months ago, or 3 or 2 months ago, maybe.
Actually, for me, I want to say it started like right after the first of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what's going on, but now I can tell you what I think, and then we'll get into the show. We're talking about artificial intelligence, pros and cons. But I remember when I used to have a Yahoo, my email was Yahoo,
mm-hmm.
and they wanted to switch everybody over to Google. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Even when you get a new phone, they want you to sign up to Google.
I still got AOL, so.
Have you ever signed up with gotten a new phone?
But I do have a Google account. I do.
Google. Yes, they force you to get a Google.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking now. Again, this is just my opinion that it may be similar to that, where they want everybody to use this WhatsApp with this WhatsApp.
Because Meta bought WhatsApp app.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's part of the Meta force.
Yes, and see
their chain.
And Meta wants everybody to get a WhatsApp. They want you to sign up to WhatsApp. If you get a Facebook page, they try to manipulate you in some kind of way to get a WhatsApp app.
And once you start chatting on there, so they can really monitor what's going on.
You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that that's what's going on, but I'm seeing a pattern here.
Yeah, something to think about.
Yeah, because it's the same thing was happening with Yahoo. When somebody would send me an email, I wouldn't get it for maybe 2 or 3 hours later. Dealing with my Yahoo, and it's kind of the same thing with these texts. You got to send a text maybe 2 or 3 times before it go through.
Right.
And so I don't know. It's just something to think about. Let's just keep our eye on it and see what's going on with it.
Yeah, there's definitely something to think about.
Yeah, because it's very interesting. So this, we're going to break this conversation tonight down in segments. Ooh, excuse me. And the first segment I want to deal with is dealing with AI from a creative or transformation in media, excuse me, and music concept. Since I'm a musician, I guess I'll start off with music, and that AI is very much involved in the music business now.
Mm-hmm.
I hear people talking about, "Oh, did you hear R. Kelly's new song that he did from jail?" Now, I don't know if that's AI or not, because you can get AI to mimic a person's voice.
That's crazy.
It is. It's very crazy,
It's crazy.
But I look at AI almost like, way back in the Stone Age when they discovered fire. A lot of people. I mean, fire is not a bad thing. It's what makes it bad is the people and how they use it. If I take fire and use it to burn down your house, then fire is bad the way I used it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I use it to cook my food, so I ain't got to eat my food raw or this, that, and another, then fire is not so bad. And I feel that's the same way with AI. If we understand, it's an instrument that can be used if we know how to use it. It's like social media. Before we knew anything about social media, we use it as a tool for communication or whatever. I mean, I use it for promotion. That's all I use it for. But the thing is, it's a tool. And AI is a tool as well. Now, AI allows independent creators, like myself, and you, even you, V, because I know you got some stuff out there on the internet, and you put a lot of positive messages and things out there for people on a daily basis, and so it helps content creators like us to complete major thought processes, or even it helps with the visual process. If you're doing video, you can make mixes, master and edit video at Hollywood speed. But the thing is, we don't know how to do all this stuff. We don't know how to use AI to help us in things like that. The thing we've been introduced to is what is that? Jack, I mean, Chat GPT. I think that's what it's called. And I don't know how we use it, but I don't use Chat GPT. I'm gonna show you guys the one I use. Let me see. It's called Gemini, and it's Google. Here we are again, Google.
Yeah.
You know,
Gemini is just like Siri, right? For Apple.
basically, yeah,
Yeah, okay.
basically. But it's just like Chat GPT.
Yeah, I don't use Chat GPT. I mean that's cheating.
Okay. But now, why do you say that? I'm glad you brought that up. What?
Because it is. It's like that's getting away from you thinking and really trying to figure stuff out like you supposed to. Because even at work, they want us to use it's called Microsoft Copilot.
Right,
So
right.
to help you configure your emails and other things, but you're cheating. It's like they don't want you to think.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they tell you what to write, and guess what you're gonna do? Write what they told you to write because it sounds good. It kind of
But
put me in the mind of that movie Megan with that robot. She was hilarious. But
it's
it's
the movie
like
Megan. I
how
didn't get to that one.
these robots and these AIs are really gonna take over, and we're in that era. We're heading there. Actually, we're in the beginning stages of it, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like pretty soon jobs gonna be obsolete.
Well, now let me ask you this: If now I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but now if because I use Gemini, but I use it as a reference guide. Like, I guess it's how you use it on people's jobs. They asking you to use it to help organize yourself and things like that. You know, I've
They
helped
want
it.
you to think. They
Well,
want you to use it because guess what?
mhm.
That's gonna be doing your job.
Well, it can't. It can't.
It can
It,
in some instances it can.
well, I guess what I'm saying is like this. Let's say, um, I want to write a book. Let's say,
Mm-hmm.
um, and I want my book to be about flying drones. I want to be able to write a book about flying drones, right? And if I put in, let me see if I can bring it up because I want y'all to see it as an example. Share my screen. Here we go. All right, here we go. Let me see. Can y'all see this?
Yes.
Okay. See, if I say create a book outline that deals with flying drones, right? Now, it's going to create an outline for me,
Are you gonna use it?
and I'll use the outline, but it's not writing my book. I'm writing the book. Now, I can also ask it, hey, give me a chapter by chapter book on flying drones, and it'll do that for you too.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So it's based on how you use it. If you use it like a lazy person that don't want to think,
And how
then
you
it'll
think it's
help.
gonna affect kids doing their homework?
Well, see now that's another thing. Let me stop sharing because I'm glad you brought that up too. Because remember we were talking about earlier, well not earlier today, but on another podcast we was talking about how times seem to be moving into an area where we're going to be have to teach our own children because the public
Mm-hmm.
school systems look like they're failing our children and they're going to be eventually shutting down. You know, oh, that's Darlene.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Darlene. Um, and so if we do have to eventually begin to homeschool our children, wouldn't it be good to have a tool that can help us create a home curriculum? Now we still got to be the teachers.
But then again, you can't be the teachers if you gotta work. You can't
No,
sit there and homeschool
well,
your kid and work too. You
well,
gonna have
well,
whatever program you're using teaching your kid. Pay attention. I gotta go to work.
okay. So now, if you can't do it, then why can't we have organizations and community groups? Like we were saying, remember we was talking about doing the shutdown when
Mm-hmm.
the government was shut
Right.
down, that we come together. When we was talking about going to the park districts, remember,
Mm-hmm.
in different park districts and setting up uh, different groups by which we can tutor and teach our children. And so if we have an organization that is working out of the park district and say, hey, uh, uh, you need daycare service, you need your children to be taught while you at work, you know, and then we as citizens of the community put something like that together, and then we go to AI and have them create a what is called
Curriculum.
a homeschool curriculum, you know, for for children of this particular age or that particular age. And then we're now prepared to see it's AI is a tool that we're using. It's not teaching our children. It's just we're using it as a tool to be able, because if we had to figure out a curriculum on our own, it would probably take us 3-4 years to
And
come up with a
again, Right.
Huh?
And then again, it'd be based off what you knew and what you grew up off on, not
Yes.
necessarily what's the new math or the new age reading and stuff like that.
Yes. But
Especially now where you're not reading it, it's doing audiobooks now. You get people just
yeah.
talking for you.
Well,
Talking's
see,
a story.
well, see,
So
now
you're not
that's
reading anymore.
now that's a bad way to use AI or audio.
Hmm.
That's a bad way to use it. But we have options. We don't have to use that. We can still uh bring up. We can bring up the a book because they have what's those things called Kindles, right?
Hmm.
Where you can read it on a tablet or
But you
whatever. Read
also
a
can
book.
have it read out loud for you, audio.
Yes, but you don't have to have it read out loud for you. You can actually read it and
But like you
turn the
said,
page. Hmm?
we're entering the lazy stage of
No,
our
we in the
lives
lazy.
now.
Yeah, we in the lazy stage. But
So
what I'm
the lazy era, I say lazy era
yes,
in our lives right now. So everything is being done for us. Now
but
we have these devices that can turn on our lights and play music at our command.
that don't mean we have to use them.
But we're lazy.
That's why we shouldn't be teaching our kids because we ain't gonna do nothing but teach them to be just as lazy as we are.
They're gonna be lazier
No,
than us.
see, you're under the impression that our children can't be taught to do things differently than we are.
They are being taught to do things differently. And that's why they're so digitally savage than us. And that's why they pretty much don't even lift a finger now. Think about it. Our kids are not efficient like we were around their age.
Well, I disagree. I believe our children are the most intelligent, the most intelligent.
The
Uh,
most laziest intelligent individuals.
yes,
These kids are lazy.
yes, but they
And
are
they do
not.
not use their skills to their standards, to the highest level of their standards.
But they're not against tech. They're not against it.
They're
They're
just
against. They're
lazy
against.
about it.
They're against reading. They are against reading a paperback book. In contrast, if they had to read it on a tablet or on their phone,
Hmm.
you see what I'm saying? So, uh, we have to retrain our children. See, children, and I've taught this many a times. Children are like you see on the expressway how they've been putting these new trees out, these little bitty trees they've been planting.
No.
You haven't been
What
well,
express
maybe
you
maybe it
right
ain't the
now?
expressway, like on the streets where like in parks,
Okay.
or like on like when I go down 55th Street, Garfield, you know, they got all those big old trees, like in the medium where the grassy area is on
Hmm.
Garfield. I'm not talking about on the west side. I'm talking about 55th Street out
Okay.
south.
Right.
And they got all those trees now. They planting little baby trees now because those old trees are dying out, right? Now those little baby trees, they real skinny, you know, and you can kind of you can put a stick in it and make it grow straight, or when the wind blow, it might bend over and start. You see a tree that grows like this on an angle because when the wind blew it, it bent because baby trees are flexible, and this is how our children are. They're very flexible. You just gotta, like the Bible say, teach them in the way that they'll go, and when they get old, they won't depart. But the problem is that we teaching them the bad stuff. We teaching them our lazy crap, you know. And so if we are forced into a situation where we have to teach as a community, we have to educate our own children, then I believe this AI, getting back to AI, is a tool that we can use in order to help us formulate the curriculums that we need in order to teach young children that are tax savvy or tech savvy in a way that we were never taught. This is all I'm saying. what Hercules saying and say, I used to audio Bible at times when I'm short on time. Well, everybody uses audio stuff, when you're cleaning up. If you want to read a book and you don't feel like reading it, you put it on audio and you listen to it while you're cleaning up and things of that nature. Everybody does that. But see, that's fine. It's teaching us. It's not allowing us, like you said, Kim, to use our minds or to.
Mm-hmm.
It's keeping us from being thinkers, and we're being lazy when we do that. I agree with that 1,000%. What I'm talking about is the future. See, I've always said this about us, and when I say us, I'm talking about 45 and up, maybe
Okay.
40. 45 and up. You can stick a fork in us
We're done.
because we've done.
Like, they ain't got
What I'm
time
saying,
for that.
what I'm saying is, whatever we are, that's what we are.
It is what it is at this
Usually when
point.
you get that age, you like that old oak tree. I don't care how much you try to bend it, you're gonna try to, it ain't moving. Whatever it is, that's what it is. And so, as an old oak tree that understands that concept, I believe that we should teach the babies the right way. I believe the children are our future. Teach
You
them
still believe
well,
that?
and
Do you still believe that?
teach them. Yeah, when you teach them well, that's the part we leave out. See, we ain't trying to teach them well. We teaching them the same old crap that got us lazy. The same old crap that, like you said, Kim, we can't teach them no more than what we know.
So, speaking of teaching, you know how when your kids bring on homework, they have 13 plus 10 times 3 divided by 6. You're not going to figure that out. You're going to go do what? Go to the internet or chat GPT and type that formula in to get the answer.
It's not for you to figure it out. It's for them to figure it out.
But
You
again, if
use
they're stuck, and as a
no,
parent, you should be able to help your child because guess what?
yes.
You got your education.
But that's what Chat GPT and Gemini is for you, not them.
But I'm saying, as the adult who got their education, you're gonna go to those resources, those AI resources,
Mm-hmm.
to get the answer instead of you going off your memory banks, what you learned in school to figure that out. Because I'm pretty
Yes.
sure you had that same problem many
Mm-hmm.
years ago.
Right. But see, what's wrong with that if what we're using it for is to check our children's work, not
But I'm
do
saying,
their work?
but you're not gonna go through the process of trying to solve it. You're gonna go straight to those AI tools.
It's not our job to solve it. You've already got your education. You
But
said
again,
that.
it's your job to help your child who is stuck.
No, it's the teacher's job.
Right, the teachers they taught them in the classroom, but your
Yes.
kid didn't catch it. So now they brought the homework home and they're still stuck. So as a parent with their education, you're not gonna like you said, we're at the age where we ain't got time for that. Guess what? We're gonna use these AI tools to figure
Mm-mm.
out this answer.
Nope. You know what I do?
What?
Like, let's say it's a division problem that your child is having a problem with. They're having a problem with a division problem, and you're not that familiar with division and things of that nature. Do you know I can go to YouTube right now and create a division problem, or I can go to Gemini and
It's still
say,
an AI tool.
I understand that. A tool for teaching. I can say, hey, show me the process of solving a problem, and I create one. 1,457 divided by 34. What is the process? Show me the process that I should go through to get the answer to that problem.
But
And
you know that
then
answer because you went to school already. You know your divisions.
I'm just using that as an example to say that this is how we can use Chat GPT and all these other AIs as a home teaching tool if we as parents find ourselves in a position where our kid went to school and they wasn't paying attention and now they're at home with homework. So now you got to be the teacher at home, and
Mm-hmm.
you don't know. You see what I'm saying? So either you're gonna go on there and put and not have a chat GPT do the problem for them, create a different problem, and have it show you the process that they should go through, and then make them do that with their homework. You see what I'm saying?
But why you gotta go to that AI tool when you can go to the book and your kids' notes to figure it out? Why you have
That
to
would be
go to
great
that?
too if
Why
they
you
had
have
the
to go to an
books.
AI tool? Why you
But
can't use them same books that your kid have, them same notes that they took in the classroom to figure it out,
you
and y'all can
solving
figure it out together.
you
And then
solving
you
the
can
problem,
use
Kim.
that. Then you can go to that chat GP or that AI tool to check the answer.
You solve the problem. You see what I'm saying? So again, it's how you use it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But if you use it lazily, if a lazy person uses AI, they're not going to get the benefit out of it as a person that's using it as a tool, like a screwdriver or a hammer. I'm a carpenter. I'm using this tool. You want to chime in, V? I see something on your mind over there.
No, I was just going through what y'all talk about, because it's like, we using the school thing as an example. And
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's like when it comes to that school thing, man, I'm almost damn near want to tell every kid, man, do what's the easiest thing for you and get through it, because the curriculum is BS any damn way.
Yeah. No, this is true.
Just far as that example, as far as what we talk about the AI, as far as school and stuff go, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
damn it, use AI, use a calculator, do what you got to do and get through it, man. Get your degree or whatever and get out of there.
But what are your thoughts on this whole AI tools?
I mean, as far as AI goes, I agree with it in some ways, but then in other ways, I totally don't like it at all. I don't like the music thing for it. I don't like recently it was Timbaland, I believe, who they signed AI artist or something like that. And I just don't agree with things like that when it come to that. Like, man, it's not, you know, real artistry creating AI artists. These are artists that I guess you don't have to pay no money to, no royalties to, stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with that at all.
Right.
And certain things, I guess, like for AI, that, like you say, creating videos and things of that nature, stuff like that, I like it for that. I like it for certain things, but I just don't like it anytime they using AI to, like, I guess, replace
Yeah, real artists.
humanity,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, or something like that.
Yeah.
I definitely just don't like it when it comes to that at
Yeah.
all. And I think a lot of that is really effective in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why they're coming up with it so quickly and so fast, because it's,
Yeah.
sending us, and we can't a lot of us damn near now can't tell the difference between what's AI and
Well,
what's real, like what's
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
what's fake and
Mm-hmm.
what's real in the world.
Right.
So
I want to
yeah.
piggyback off what V said
Mm-hmm.
about Timberland creating a AI artist.
Oh, you know
So
about that?
no, V just
Oh,
mentioned that, but
okay.
I want to
Mhm.
know when they create an AI artist, and you know how everything is so digital now. When the money
Mhm.
start coming in, do the person who created this artist get all of the money?
Oh, yes.
That I mean, that honestly, I couldn't, that I'm not sure about. But well, you talking
Yeah.
about, well, I'm telling you, Timberland created, yeah, Timberland would get that, I guess, because he
Yes.
the one that created the art. So yeah, you're
Okay.
right.
So
Yeah.
there's no contract, there's no record label or anything because everything is digital now.
No,
So who,
right.
because the reason why I was asking is because I think another artist, not actor, Matthew McConaughey,
Mm-hmm.
he
Mhm.
trademarked his name. And I think Kevin Hart is doing it too. So a lot of performers are trademarking their name. So that way, if AI is being used in their image,
Mm-hmm.
they can sue them or they will have to get paid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. That makes sense to do that.
So now we're trademarking ourselves. to protect ourselves. That's crazy.
You have to. You have to, because they
Tyrone, you
can
better
use your image
trademark
and
in
stuff to do
there.
anything.
Oh, I ain't worried
Just
about
like
nobody stealing my name.
just like in the same way us mentioning that these labels, well, not labels, maybe probably labels now too, but I know Timberland, and I'm just using him as an example because I was following him on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and he had a whole little show where you could come on as an artist or whatever, and you had to pay to get your music heard, but he'll hear your music and critique it and things of that nature, like that. But now it's seeming like he was doing that, you know what I'm saying, to like almost hear artist music and then like programming whatever he was making, like to program people's actual voices and how they sound and they singing voice and they rapping voice and all that to program these AI artists.
Ah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because it was
yeah,
an
yeah.
artist, it was a beat maker. It was a beat maker on there. I can't think of the beat maker's name, but he used his stuff to like create a AI like type beat with
Yeah,
this artist stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And this
yeah.
artist,
So that's still in
was
music.
trying like, yeah, man. He
No,
was
but
trying.
see, see, this is the thing with this AI and dealing with music. That's why it gets real technological or whatever, because
yeah.
on these AI software programs or apps and things, you sign up. Let's say you could pay monthly or you could pay for a year. Now, if you pay it every month and you creating stuff on that software, everything you create belongs to you, even though the AI is creating it, because you're putting the information in there. It's like you can even, like you said, like this is probably what Timberland's doing. He can take a recording of an artist performing a song and upload that into the AI and then instruct the AI create a song that's R&B with a hip hop beat, using the persona of this person's voice.
That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying?
Because now no one's putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? It's
But
like you're
see
cheating.
the thing is,
Exactly.
what the AI creates is original. It's not going to curate the song that he put in there. He's
But
just
again,
using.
the computer is generating the song. You're not sitting there writing, and
Yeah,
you're not messing with the tempos, and nobody's
right.
writing sheet music anymore. You know what I'm saying? The little
But you know what?
the little dots and this and that. No one's doing that anymore.
But you
You're
know what caused?
cheating.
But see, look what caused that though. And we can create. I mean, we can solve that problem. You know what caused people to be like that? They took music out of schools.
And nobody know how to write anymore, huh?
Nobody know how to play instruments
Look,
except for
nobody's
white
sitting at the
people.
piano like Prince used to do with that pencil, do this and do that. Ding, ding,
They
ding.
they used to teach that in school. They still do at Lane Tech and all these other
Right.
schools
Predominantly
that still have
schools.
music. You see, but all the black, predominantly black Hispanic schools, there's no music program. Remember, we used to have marching bands and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Not no more.
So that's what I'm saying. Everybody's cheating now. Like I saw on a post, now the gospel community is upset because they said now they got this number one AI artist. Where
Gospel?
it said God don't play about me, that artist. They're upset because it's like this artist is not real, but yet it's still they're number one. How can you win an award for AI creation?
The person that created them. They the one that it's just like what's his name? Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones didn't sing Thriller, but he got a Grammy.
But but
Right,
he at least he
he
created
was
it with a
he was
real
behind the
artist.
production and the music. Not that he
Right.
even wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
But AI, how can you get a award for a computerized creation?
Because you programmed it.
It's not programmed. You just said do this, and it
That's
did it.
but that's what programming is.
So have you
Look,
used AI for music?
yes. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all some stuff I done created. I did a Super Bowl song for the Bears.
And this
I
is
wrote the
AI
lyrics.
generated.
Yes, I wrote. No, this is just music now. Yeah, just and sing in the lyrics and everything. I wrote the lyrics, and I told it what kind of beat I wanted, the speed, all that kind of stuff, and it created different versions of it. Like every time it creates like 2 versions at a time, and I can say, no, I don't like that one. Then oh, you know what? That one's pretty cool. Keep building on that one, and then it'll keep going, until it gets to the one that you like, And then you say, oh man, I love it. That's it. That's the one. So I created that. I mean, even though AI created it, but I kept changing, causing the AI to keep changing it until it got to the form or that I enjoyed, or the one that I like. And so I want y'all to check this out. Now this is AI. Where is it? Share my screen. It's real interesting, boy. I'm telling you. Here we go.
And you see where this is going.
Okay, y'all see my screen,
you
right?
have no artists.
Here we go. Check this out. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
Yeah. You know what time it is. It's a new era in the Windy City, Chicago. Stand up. Let's get it. We are the best.
We are the best. Good, better, best. Never let it rest.
It's our Super Bowl anthem.
We are the best. Good, better, best.
We take the ball away and we run it down your throat. Bear down, bear down. I stepped off the plane, felt the wind on my face. Number 1 pick, yeah, I'm setting the pace. They call me Iceman, cause the veins run cold. Searching for the glory, yeah, we hunting for gold. Got the arm like a cannon, precision with the throw. Looking down the field, watching defenses blow. From the pocket to the scramble, I'm making it shake. This ain't just a season, it's a history we made.
Good, better, best. Good, better, best.
Interesting, right?
Okay. Now, the vocals.
Right.
It had to be somebody's voice. See what I'm saying? Who vocals do those belong to?
These just some.
Somebody had to be sampled. You know what I'm saying? They had to get them vocals from somebody.
They probably did.
And then the music. It had to come from somewhere. So when going back to what V said, when they're creating all of this, who's trademarking that voice? Who does this voice belong to?
It belongs.
Somebody had to be sampled. That music had to be sampled somewhere.
But nobody can claim that voice. And you can say, that sounds like so and so and so and so, or this sounds like so and so and so and so. But
how you protect your image?
What image? You didn't even see anything.
No, what I'm saying is when I say image, it means like your voice, your sound, how you protect that from AI.
AI is not going around capturing people's voice or their sound. It has to come
from somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Remember, I told you, like Timberland, it has to be inputted. Somebody has to put it into
That's
AI.
what I'm saying. Somebody, whatever platform you use, I don't know if AI has separate platforms.
They do. They have different ones. Yeah.
Okay, but them sounds had to come from somewhere. This voice had to come from somewhere. Somebody is behind the scene creating these voices and these sounds.
But
who's behind the AI? That's what I want to know.
It's the person that programs it that's behind the AI. I know what you're saying. The software, it's almost like this. Like you have Alexa, right?
Please don't say that too loud. Please, she would turn on. But yeah, somebody's behind that voice. You know what I'm saying?
You see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody claiming it. Ain't nobody claiming that voice.
I mean, Amazon is because they own the app. But like I said, whoever programmed her got that voice from somewhere or that name from somewhere.
Yes, but like,
So it's
okay,
like,
so
who's behind all of this?
now, let's look at this. Now, let's say uh, I have a company. Like, I'll give you an example. There is a software that you can download on the internet that does text to voice. Like, say, like, if you're doing a video and you want somebody to narrate it for you,
Mm-hmm.
you can type the text into this software and then pick the voice that you want, a woman's voice, a man's voice. Matter of fact, the intro to the Transformation Institute podcast,
Mm-hmm.
that voice is an AI generated voice.
I can tell.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying is that when companies like this AI company, this AI music company, they copyright or they have the permission or to use these different types of voices, and they have them copyrighted under their company. And so when I sign up with their company and say, hey, I want a male voice, an African American male voice, R&B singing voice or something to that effect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they own these voices. And if they don't, then they're not gonna give me what I'm looking for. If that makes sense. And so that voice you heard on that Bear Down song is a voice that they own, and they let me use it for my original composition.
Okay, so you use a voice that they own. So just say if your song gets put out there like on the radios, or if the Bears organization want to use it,
Mm-hmm.
do you have to get permission?
No,
Because copyright infringements, like, okay, you
no.
copywriting. Did you get permission to use this voice on this public platform?
No, it's not. First of all, it's not a public platform. It's a
I'm
private
talking about if the
platform.
Bears decide to use it.
No, the Bears would have to get permission from me. They would.
Okay, and right. And because you got it from a AI platform,
No, no. I paid every month to use their
right, to
software.
use to
You see what I'm
create
saying?
your creation. So once you
And
create
so
something,
everything I create on there belongs to me
okay.
because I'm creating it by inputting the information that's going to have the AI create what I'm envisioning in my mind and in my head. I hear a hip hop beat with an R&B bass line or something like that, and with orchestra hits, you know, bump, or whatever, I can type in all that individual stuff. And so I'm programming it. I'm the one programming it to
Hmm.
create this song based on what I hear in my head. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
So the song belongs to me. If the Bears like it, they got to come to me and say, "Hey, we want to use your song. How did do you own the rights?" That's probably what they're asking. Do I own the rights to this songs? And I would say yes, because everything that I produce on that site belongs to me. I own it.
Now, this site or whatever platform you're using,
Hmm.
it's like the cloud.
What do you mean?
Yes, you create, but yet
Hmm.
it's still they pretty much own it too, right?
No. Now they do own it if I don't pay a monthly fee and I create something on their site, because they got a free site where it's free for you to go in there and play around in there and do
Hmm.
stuff. And if I don't pay a monthly fee on that site, anything I create belongs to them.
Just like with a company, not trying to get off the subject, but
Hmm.
if you create a new product or something, they said, well, it's ours because you made it in our company. You are an employee of ours, and we let you go. that product you made on our premises belongs to us.
Right. But this is what they say. They say, if you pay us monthly to create music on our site, anything you create belongs to you. Okay. If you don't want to pay us, now this is what they're telling us. If you don't want to pay us, anything you create belongs to the community. Okay. You see? And so, I mean, we pay for stuff all the time. Like I pay for this Gemini Pro, the Google Gemini Pro. I pay for it. So everything I get off of that belongs to me. You see? But if we get cheap and we like, man, you can get it for free. You know, I ain't paying nothing. I'm getting it for free. Then if you get into some kind of legal thing because that AI produces something that you're using in the real world as if you created it,
and you're generating money, you bring revenue.
You see what I'm saying? Getting revenues from it, and somebody come back and say, "Hey," from Gemini Pro, say, "Hey," well, not Gemini Pro, but just from Gemini, because if you get the Pro, you pay for it. But if it's just from Gemini and you created something like that, somebody from Gemini come back and say, "Hey, that stuff you putting out there belongs to us. You got to pay us for using our stuff, our image or whatever." You know. So again, this is how it's working. But because we're not aware of the rules of the game and how the game is played, or how if we're not aware on how to use these tools, you know, it's like we can have a tool a box with hammers, nails, screwdrivers, pliers, and don't know how to use it. And don't know how to use them. You see what I'm saying? And so we'll look at those tools and say, "Oh man, that stuff is stupid. Man, I ain't trying to use all that stuff. I'll just get somebody to do it for me." Yeah. Or something, because we don't take the time to learn how to use the tools that are available to us to be able to do the things that we want to do in our lives. So
I got a power wash sitting in the box right now, but it's sitting there for days, months.
And see, and I tell people this all the time. See, that's our fault. Do you know let me show you something. I say this to people all the time, but I don't think they really understand what I be saying. Because, you know, people, they'll listen to you, but they don't hear you.
Yeah.
You know?
All the time.
Yeah.
I hear you, but I don't hear you.
Yeah, I hear you, but I ain't really listening to you, you know.
Right. It's not registering up here.
Exactly. You know. Is this it? Yeah, I think this is it. Oh, no, this is StreamYard. Man, where's my YouTube? Hold on, y'all. Let me, I got to find. Oh, that's why I didn't see it. Here we go. All right, let me come back to it now. Now, check this out. You was talking about power washer, how to use it. You know what the name brand of it is?
Roby, something like that. The electric one.
It's a Roby?
Roby or something.
Okay.
The electrical one.
I hope it's Roby. I guess that's it.
Yeah, the green one, yeah.
You see a green one?
Yes, right there, the green one.
Wait a minute, where you see green at?
Right there.
The little tool right there under.
Yeah.
This
one
here,
the same picture.
Yeah, the first video.
At the top.
Oh, at the top.
Yeah, right there.
Okay, there's nothing there.
Not the second one, Tyrone, the second one.
Oh, okay. This one.
More boxes, more options. Grainger has over 1,700 box types in stock and ready to help.
Okay, here we go.
Man, our driveway is super nasty. So are our deck pillows. So I bought this new Ryobi power washer. I'm going to unbox it and check it out and see if it's any good on this episode of Field Treasure Designs.
Yeah, YouTube University will teach you everything.
Right. You see,
you
and
can't really adjust.
It's going to tell you how to hook it up,
easily. So you can
how to adjust the speed, how to use it.
Then I
But
just want to
again,
rock and roll with my
that you go
cars.
there when you don't want to read the instructions, because they give you instructions, but again, nobody got time to want to read that. I'm guilty of that. I don't want to read the instructions. I'm a hands-on person. I need to see to learn.
So again, you have no excuses. You have a tool that you can use in order to learn how to do things for yourself. It's not a bad thing because you didn't read the instructions. You didn't want to read the instructions. You know, there are people that learn by reading, and there are people that learn by visual.
By seeing,
Yeah,
yep,
seeing or hands-on,
yep.
doing it, like that. So I'm more of a visual person myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even when I use instructions, I look at the pictures and kind of figure out how to put things together more so than I do trying to read it and follow the instructions. And so I'm more of a visual person, and there's a lot of us that are like that, And so what I'm saying is YouTube is a tool. You can go on YouTube and learn how to do
But it's
anything
not
on the
AI
planet.
generated. You actually have humans talking and showing you.
Yes.
AI, is no one there. It's just telling you. The computer is doing it for you. There are no humans. There's no human interaction to help you. Like, okay, yeah, I can do this. Yeah, I can do that. You can't pause AI. Okay, let me do this. Okay, let me go back. Yeah, this is how you do it. YouTube, yes, you can pause and go pause. With AI and all these platforms, you can't do that because guess what? It's going to do it for you. And I know we're heading in that direction. We can't stop this, but it's like, to me, it's a form of cheating.
Well, people said driving cars at one point was a form of cheating, and it was for the rich people, and now all of us are doing it. At one
You got to
point,
get from A to B. How would they get there?
and but horses.
The horses, they changed the roads. Horses can't they
Oh,
can't gallop up on concrete.
so when things change, you have to go with the changes. Is that what you're
I get
saying?
that. Like, and
Oh, is
that's
that
what
what
I
you're
said.
saying?
We're heading that way, but to me, it's still a form of cheating. That's
But
how I feel about it.
everything, you
No
know
one
what?
wants to put in the work no more.
Uh, what's that? Perming your hair is a form of cheating, isn't it?
I don't do it.
No, I'm not saying just you. I say
But yeah,
when women put perm in their hair, that's a form of cheating, ain't it?
I don't think it was a form of cheating. It was just so we can look like the white women, to be honest with you.
But you can look like the white women and just use a press comb.
No, you can't. Because it'll sweat back up. A perm lasts longer.
Ah, there it is. You look like
Yeah.
them longer. You look like the white
No, I'm
women
saying
longer.
it stays straight longer.
Yes. But it's still pressing comb still. You
No,
see
it
what I'm
does
saying?
not. No. The minute you step outside, the minute you sweat, it's going right back up.
I understand all that. I guess the point I'm making here when we're talking about AI is that this thing is changing how we operate.
Yeah.
It's not saying that it's supposed to take over.
But
what
it is though. It's heading that way.
It only does that to people that allows it. See,
but eventually, Tyrone, it's gonna be like that. We're gonna be like the Jetsons.
And what about people that lived in the 1800s? If they were able to be catapulted in time to the
now
2025, what would they call what we doing?
We're aliens.
They would think just the way
Wow.
they would think about us the same way we think about the Jetsons, wouldn't they?
That was cool. I think that's cool. I love the Jetson cartoon, and just to be in that era, I think that'll be so cool. But it's just they were lazy. If you think about the cartoon, they were really lazy. Rosie did all the work.
Look,
Rosie did all the work.
I don't know where you're getting this lazy stuff from. Because
come on now, you watched the Jetsons. Come on, V.
No,
I know you watched the
I understand. I watched the Jetsons.
I watched the Jetsons.
Okay, now who was they really doing the work? The mom didn't even cook.
I understand that too. but
she put it in. She told Rosie or told the stove what to cook, and it generated the food.
So answer me this: who's teaching these young girls how to cook?
Oodles and noodles. The companies of
Nobody.
oodles and noodles.
So now you gonna tell me
Nobody.
that as things because of our lackadaisical laziness, because our women don't want to teach the girls, the young girls, how to cook.
We're not gonna do that one because our men are not teaching our young guys anything either. So
Well,
we're
that's
just
true.
gonna say
That's
men and women are not teaching no more.
But we were trying to give an example about, you were saying how the in the Jetsons they don't cook. So
Right.
that's why I use the cooking thing. That's what women do. So don't try to make this a sexist thing because you
I
brought
just want to just say
no, you brought that
we're not
up,
gonna do
Kim.
that one. But
You brought that up though.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
Right, you brought that up about the cooking. And
Because
that's why
Elroy was in school, so he couldn't do nothing. The dad didn't barely work.
Again. So my point here is that as things progress, either you progress with it or you get left behind. There's a lot of old people right now that can't even they can't text, they can't make they can't even make a lot of them can't even make a phone call on a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they can't go on the internet. They can't if you got to pay like if they're at home and they can't get around, and you can go on the internet and have your groceries delivered. They can't even do
Uber
that.
Eats and stuff like that.
They can't do none of that. So they got left behind. So what happens if they ain't got nobody that's gonna go to the store for them? They gonna end up in a nursing home, ain't they?
Yeah.
At some point, right? They got left behind because they didn't want to change with the times and use the tools of the future. In the future, AI might not be. It's going to be something else. It's going to be totally different than what we're dealing with now. Just like the computer, when we first started off with it, it was dial-up.
Yep.
You remember it used to be and all that crap, you know, but it's evolved past that. Now you get on the internet, you don't hear nothing because it's broadband.
And then pretty soon we're gonna have
it's gonna be something else.
Yep. TV's gonna be obsolete.
You see what I'm saying? You remember that movie? And you know what? It's time for us to get out of. Man, we talking our butt off. But it's almost time for us to get out of. But y'all remember this movie? What is it called? It's with Tom Cruise, and he was this police officer that was locking up people before they do crime.
Nah, I don't remember that.
Damn.
You know what I'm talking about, me?
It wasn't Minority Report. It
yes,
wasn't that one.
I think it is Minority Report, isn't it?
I didn't watch that one.
I think it is Minority Report.
I'm trying to think, because he did a couple of movies like that, kind of like sci-fi type movies or something like, yeah.
Right. And so how they were able to predict with this supercomputer, because that's all it is, you know, to be able to psychologically predict the actions of criminals and then lock them up before they commit
before
the crime.
they even thought about doing it. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean that's just a movie. But my point
I'm pretty sure somebody working on that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so again, either if we're going to educate ourselves to be able to use the tools that are present, or we're going to get left behind. Which one do you prefer to be? You want to be left behind, or you want? There it is. See, we was right. Minority Report.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, we want to get left behind. And see, this is my opinion, and this is my closing thought too. My opinion is this: that there's nothing wrong with tools. You know, the problem is when people tell you what's wrong with it, and you run with what they tell you without trying it yourself to be able to determine if what they're telling you is true. You know, I don't believe in listening to what other people say about AI. You know, even though I'm into music and I love the AI program, I'm not going to use it. And I got a studio in my basement. I'm not going to use AI and just throw my studio away now. I don't need my studio, you know. No. Only thing I'm going to use AI for musically is for ideas. You know, like when I put lyrics into the AI, what melody lines are they going to give me? You know, and I might take that melody line and create in my studio some music and then bring somebody in and say, hey, sing these lyrics, sing it like this. You see what I'm saying? That's not AI now anymore. But it was a tool that I used in order to create a melody line for my song. So now, am I being lazy? That's a discussion to be had. Go ahead, V.
No, I was just saying that I agree with you. You say now that's not being lazy. That's just using, you know, a tool for you to, you know, do what you have to be done, because the work is you putting in the work still in the studio. You know what I mean?
I couldn't figure out a good melody line. You see what I'm saying? It's just like bringing another person in. If I brought a person in and say, hey man, I got these lyrics and I got this music, man, can you help me out and give me a melody line to go with this? And then if he give it, I mean, a human being, give me this melody line, you know, now I give him credit, you know, for his melody and this and that and another, but it's the same thing if I use AI to create that melody line. The only difference is it's mine.
Right.
You know, so let's not just like fire. Let's understand that all of these things can be used for good and they can be used for bad. It all depends on the person that's using it.
Yep. Yeah.
You know. So y'all got any closing thoughts before we get out of here?
Nope. All I was gonna say is pretty back off what you said. Use it as a assisting tool and not a tool to do the work.
Yes.
Don't, you know, always remember how to do the work.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to use AI, use it as an assistant and not a actual thing to do the work.
Yes.
Still put in the work.
Yes.
Right.
And that's the only way it should be used. Because when you start using it to do the work, then you go into the category you talking about, lazy Negro. You know, that don't want to do it. V, you got a closing thought?
Man, I just say, listen, don't forget what's real. Don't forget what's real, and forget what's fake. Know what's fake, know what's real. You know what I'm saying? Artificial intelligence. Artificial.
Keyword.
Artificial.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
All right, you guys, man. Thanks for being on tonight. I hope people that were checking us out got some good information about AI.
It was a good conversation tonight.
Huh?
It was a good conversation tonight.
Oh yes, most definitely. We've been having some decent, real good conversations lately. You know, well, I shouldn't say lately. We always have some good conversations. So, with that being said, let me see who all was on here. We had some people watching us. We had Hercules. Who else? Darlene was on here watching. Hey, Darlene.
Hey, Darlene.
Who else? Kenitras Grant. Kiki, that's my little cousin. She was watching. And that was about it, y'all. Well, at least people that made comments. Thank you all for being here. And until next week.
Bye.
Continue to think for a change.
Thanks for supporting our podcast. We look forward to see you next Thursday at 8 p.m. We also ask that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. The more subscribers we have, the more YouTube will push our podcast to more viewers. But until then, subscribe also for a peaceful mind. Your activity will reflect that peace.